everyone. I am Karen Archer and I am Gaston County Schools Science Curriculum Facilitator for the middle level. Have you, as a parent, ever wondered how a student knows what he or she is expected to know and do in the classroom related to daily instruction? Well, in the classroom, your child engages in learning targets or learning objectives. Learning targets are goals that are written in student-friendly language that explicitly, yes clearly describes what students will learn and be able to do at the end of the class or a unit. Today I would like us to look at the verbs of some learning targets and see how these verbs help impact student learning and promote complex thinking. I can guarantee that if your students are able to identify the verbs in their learning targets and know what these verbs mean, they will be better able to actively engage in their science learning. Our teachers create their lessons and activities based on the science essential standards and clarifying objectives. And so your students' teachers unpack these standards and create learning targets for your students. Here is an example of a learning target. Student must be able to classify matter as elements based on the arrangement of the atoms. What is the verb in this learning target? What is it we want students to know and be able to do? Well, the verb in this case is classify. What does classify mean? Classify means group, categorize. So focusing on this verb classify, your child needs to know how to group and categorize something. In this case, classify elements based on specific atomic arrangement. Let's look at another learning target. Students must be able to compare physical changes and chemical changes. What is the verb in this example? The verb is compare. What does compare mean? Are you thinking? In this context, compare does not only mean what is similar, the same or alike, but also means the differences. Therefore, your students should be able to tell the similarities and the differences of physical and chemical changes. Let's consider one more learning target. Students must be able to explain the organization of the elements in the periodic table. Can you identify the verb in this learning target or learning objective? What is the verb? What are you expected to do? Well, the verb in this example is explain. What does explain mean? Make something clear by giving details, facts, right? Well, in this case, your child is telling something as best as he or she can how the elements in the periodic table are arranged. As of today, parents, when your child comes from school, let your child tell you the learning target of the day. Let your child tell you what is the verb in the learning target and explain what they must be able to do. Remember, the verb of the learning target or the learning objective impacts the activities students engage in and it guides their thinking.